Welcome back inside the Montour Athletic Center at Montour High School on the Champ Sports Network, where we have a big matchup set up for you here in Game 3 of 6. It's the Monessen Greyhounds and the undefeated Aliquippa Quips. Welcome back, Sean Gallagher, Mike Ossie. Just saw a 69-50 win for Seneca Valley over Plum, and now we have a matchup between AA and Single A in this third matchup. And, of course, Mike, both of these teams, and I showed you a little bit earlier, they dominate opponents. Monessen defeating Avila 101-11 on Friday night, and then you had Aliquippa beating Freedom 83-17 Friday. So we got two high-scoring teams that know how to defeat their opponents, matching up here this afternoon.
Not only teams that know how to defeat their opponents, but teams that know how to pour it on their opponents and kind of embarrass some opponents. Both these two teams undefeated. Both these two teams ahead atop their sections in their classifications. And not only can they both score, but they also both can defend, which is how you win championships. Monessen only allowing 51.3 points a game against them. And Aliquippa only allowing, get this, Aliquippa only allowing 40.6, under 41 points a game on an average. Absolutely outstanding. The rubber's going to meet the road here. One of those teams will get a loss, but the winner of this game is really going to be able to have some bragging rights and really feel confident going towards the rest of the season and then into the playoffs.
The Aliquippa Quips, not only are they undefeated, they have 4 players with 100-plus points on the year. They have a player that has over 200 points. They average 77.6 points per game, which leads AA, and that has accumulated to 1,241 total points this season. They've also given up the lowest amount of points per game, only giving up an average of 40.6 points per game, which has only been 649 total. And as I mentioned, some of the Quips have just blown out their opponents. 81-29 over Southside Beaver, 92-21 over Fraser, 75-61 over Avonworth, 94-21 against Freedom earlier in the year, and a 59-22 win against Blackhawk. So it's pretty incredible. Let's give you the starting lineups.
It's not just football for Aliquippa anymore. It's absolutely not just football.
Of course, and let's give you the starting lineups for the Aliquippa Quips. So we have the time. Number 0, Darian Fields. Number 5, Stephon McGinnis. Number 5, Sheldon Jeter. Number 13, Chucky Humphreys. Number 23, Kazon Pugh. And for the Monessen Greyhounds, their starting lineup, number 2, Noah Rulo. Number 3, Noah Yarton. Number 5, Lavelle Rush. Number 10, Jaden Altamore. And number 12, Justice Rice. And one thing about Monessen, they have 2 sophomore starters here with Altamore and Rice, so that'll be interesting to see. An award being given out right now on the court to an Aliquippa Quip player as we are just about ready to get things started here from Montour High School. Of course, the Monessen Greyhounds, they are from Single A. They are currently in a clash right now for the top spot in Section 3. They have an 8-0 conference record, 11-5 overall, and that gives them a game lead over California, who follows right behind 11-4 overall and 7-1 inside the conference. Well, remember, folks, after this one, we have Lincoln Park taking on Chartiers Valley at 4:30, and following that around 6 o'clock, we'll have Seton LaSalle Vincentian. And to wrap things up here on this busy Sunday afternoon, the host school Montour will take on Gateway.
Yeah, the games only keep on getting better here on a Saturday. You can come here still and see the rest of this game. If you would have been here all day, it would have been about $1 a game. So it's a tournament that you want to go see and want to attend. And if not attending, you want to listen to us and the rest of the Champ Sports Network. Every year this happens here at Montour this year, and absolutely great stuff for you. And you really look at, I mean, Monessen needs this win more, only 1-game lead over California in their conference in Single A. But Aliquippa, a team that's just really just head and shoulders above the rest in AA. Our Lady of Sacred Heart, Olsh, 8-2, 2 games below them, and then really nobody else within range. Well over 1,000, well over 1,200 points, 200 more points than any other team that they've scored throughout the season. Just such a dominant team in AA. But unlike football or unlike other sports, that if you would see a Single A or AA team, it wouldn't be fair. There'd be a depth of the roster. It just wouldn't be competition. In basketball, you've seen Single A teams beat AA teams in either exhibition games or out-of-conference games before in the past. It's about the athletes. We saw Lincoln Park go from dominating Single A to moving up in classifications. It can go on. It can happen, so nothing is assured depending on the classification here today. And we should have a classic.
As the Aliquippa Quips are announced to the crowd here at Montour High School. As I mentioned, Mike, Monessen beat Avila 101-11 on Friday night, and of course, John Ho, the head coach of Avila, was not happy about it. But Joe Salvino, the head coach of Monessen, said pretty much, I'm going to coach the way I coach. I don't care if I hurt feelings.
It's not about hurting feelings.
And hey, he said too, look, if we want to be prepared coming into this game against Aliquippa, and you know what? If we get blown out by the Quips, it's our own fault. We just want to be ready. But, but Avila is not a very good team this year as we get ready for tip-off.
Yeah, Steve Spurrier, I think, would agree with him. He did that all through his time with Florida in the 90s. You're just playing basketball, man. It's up to them to stop you. There's no suspensions at this level.
As the tip-off comes, Aliquippa wins possession, and we're underway. They're moving left to right. It's Fields with it for the Quips. He loses it, able to keep it away. The 5'10" senior guard. Back outside, down the lane, and that'll be McGinnis. Can't make the shot. Offensive rebound taken by Pugh, and he goes up and he's fouled as he moves from the near side. And Monessen will get their first foul of this afternoon's game. And it will be against number 10, Jaden Altamore, the senior guard.
Aliquippa, a little bit bigger of a team, trying to clog the paint and able to draw the foul.
At the line, Kazon Pugh, 6'2", junior forward. Misses the first one badly as we are 23 seconds into this one. Pugh averaging 13.2 points a game. He makes his second attempt, 1-0. Aliquippa with an early lead. Inbounded by Monessen. This is Justice Rice on the right side, being covered by Jeter. Leads it for Rush. Works it around. Altamore for a three. Gets it on the near side. 3-1 Monessen. Good press. But Aliquippa able to keep it. Working it quick down low to Pugh. And Pugh with the first 3 points of the game for Aliquippa. They come back quick again. Here they are down low. This is Yarden. Loses it. Defensive rebound taken. No, it's actually taken again. Jeter down low. Yarden finally can't get it in. Oh, my goodness. A little sloppy here to begin. It's Jeter. And it's taken away by Monessen. Rice leaves it. This is Rush for Monessen. I was confusing him and Jeter earlier. Rush can't make it for the Greyhounds. Taken by the Quips. Now that we got that all sorted out, a minute and a half in.
Yeah, and this crowd, I think, was confused, too. You could hear all the yelling and chattering. A lot of sloppiness here.
McGinnis from the left side. Throws it up one-hander. Nice job by him, the senior, and it's 5-3 in favor of Aliquippa.
And then gets in his face and talks some smack afterward. This is going to be one of those games, folks. Buckle your seatbelts.
Rush leaves it from the far side for a three. Yarden no good from the right wing. Aliquippa comes back quick, and Humphreys tries to move it to his teammate Jeter. Goes out of bounds, and Monessen will take possession as they will inbound from their near baseline. Oh, almost taken away. Good effort by number 2, Stephon McGinnis.
Almost fell on the opposing bench there. They almost took him with them on the attempt to keep the ball in bounds. And I think Aliquippa would not mind if this keeps being sloppy and physical because they can just use their bigs and go through the paint and try to get the twos. That's so far how they have a 5-3 lead.
Greyhounds inbound from their bench, and they bring it back for court. Throwing it up. No good is Rush, and taken away by Aliquippa. Long pass by McGinnis for Pugh. He puts it in. 5 of the first 7 points have come from Pugh. It's 7-3 Aliquippa. Back on the right side. Long 3 attempt by Monessen is no good by Rulo. Taken away by Fields. Fields covered very well by Altamore. Almost had a turnover. Here's Pugh. Takes a 2-shot. Goes off the glass, off the rim, and out. Taken away here by Aliquippa. And a good steal by McGinnis. Was not able to do anything with it. Goes off the leg of a Monessen player. And it will be inbounded from the Aliquippa the baseline with Aliquippa with possession. And early substitution. Pugh comes out, and number 12, Rashad Harmon comes in. 6 foot even senior. Inbounded Humphreys, cross pass over to McGinnis. He's able to put it in for an easy shot, 9-3. Aliquippa leads, but Monessen comes back quickly, throwing it up as Rulo. This game is moving pretty quick. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Aliquippa will pick up their first foul of the game. It'll be on number 12, Rashard Harmon, who just came in.
If Monessen can take the beating, being the smaller team, they're going to draw fouls because the referees are going to start feeling some sympathy for them. It happens always with the size difference. They're going to draw fouls. We saw in the last game, this even a skinnier team, despite their athleticism, against Aliquippa, who's just so large.
Rulo makes the first attempt. It's 9-4. Aliquippa with an early lead. Checking into the game for the first time is Dwight Moore for the Monessen Greyhounds. And it will be Yarden who comes out. Second attempt by Rulo is good. 4-point lead for Aliquippa, almost 3 minutes in here. Here's McGinnis coming back quick. Down low is Harmon, throws it up, deflected away by Rice. Taken by the Monessen Greyhounds. Rulo leaves it for Rush, and we have a whistle. And again, another foul.
Rush couldn't maintain possession.
And it will be on Sheldon Jeter, the junior guard. And Monessen will inbound near the score table, actually more near the Aliquippa bench. The Aliquippa bench is to our left if you're trying to get a visual of what we're looking at. Inbounded by Dwight Moore. They work a cross pass. Far side shot for two, no good by Rush. Picked up defensively by Aliquippa. Here comes a fast break. Down low, alley-oop! Oh, boy, Chucky Humphreys. And it's 11-5. Oh, my. I got to give some credit also to, I believe it was, Darian Fields, who set him up.
Yeah, and the setup usually is just as pretty as the connection, even though it never does usually get the credit on those alley-oops. And the Humphreys just kind of with a touch to lay it in there, barely having to touch the basketball, got in there nicely, gently. And Aliquippa is really now starting to pull away, as you see the reason why we have the Monessen timeout right now, talking to his team. Hey, calm yourself. Get your head back in this game. You're just as good as these boys. Let's play basketball.
30-second timeout. First one for Monessen this afternoon. 6-point lead for Aliquippa coming into this one. As we mentioned, the Quips, the number one team in the Penn Live rankings, also in the PIAA. They are undefeated. As if you listen to us before the game, they can definitely put the points up on you. As Monessen inbounds, they're working right to left in our direction.
Well, we're already halfway to the 10 points that was put up against by the other opponent.
That was actually Monessen. Rush comes through down the lane.
That's true.
Hey, it's still the same situation.
They both can put points up. Yeah, I mean, it's getting trivial.
Aliquippa takes it away. This is McGinnis driving down the lane on the left side. Can't control it as he's fouled. See if there will be a foul.
There's been many.
No foul on the previous play, but the ball will stay with the Quips.
There's been many scrums underneath the basket throughout this game so far, only a few minutes in, and it's caused all the fouls.
Fields inbounds to Darian. Darian Fields inbounds to McGinnis, and he makes the three from the far end. 14-5. Aliquippa with a 9-point lead. Almost halfway through the first quarter.
Monessen cannot leave McGinnis open. He's hit everything. He's been wide open, too.
This is Rice driving in. And he is fouled. No, excuse me. He gets called for a walk. Ball goes back to Aliquippa. Another substitution. Humphreys comes out, and Pugh will come back in for Aliquippa as Darian Fields will inbound for the Quips. Fast break, down low, Pugh, bounce pass under the basket. Not able to control it was Harmon. And it's taken away by Monessen. Oh! And
Did we get an extra shove there? I don't know when the whistle was blown, but
we have Altamore running into Pugh. Pugh will be called for the foul. That'll be, I believe, his first personal, third team foul for Aliquippa.
It looked like Altamore kind of laid an extra push, though, after the foul call.
Monessen will inbound from the near end next to the Aliquippa bench. Kick it out the far side, three, and unable to make it was Rush. Defensive rebound by Fields. Back the other way. That is number 5. Sheldon Jeter off the right side of the lane. Rolls it in with an easy layup, 16-5. Who did it touch last? And it looks like it touched Monessen on the inbound, so Aliquippa will get the ball back as the Greyhounds were trying to inbound. It'll be, once again, Darian Fields inbounding from the near baseline.
Darian Fields needs to watch himself, though, with a little
under
bit of
the
an arrogance.
basket. Not to cut you off, but they're moving pretty quick.
Yeah, it has been track meet on the air.
Stephon McGinnis with a quick basket after the inbound. 18-5. Aliquippa leading by 13.
I was just saying earlier, Darian Fields kind of clapping in front of the referee.
And
that's caused a little bit maybe to be a foul.
And another takeaway by Aliquippa. They move it back. Pew, bounce pass down low. Trying to find Humphreys. Ball last goes off of a Greyhound, so Aliquippa maintains the ball.
And again, though, you're seeing all a little bit of a jawing from Darian Fields. He's going to kind of have to take a respite here.
McGinnis for three. Oh, my. He is dangerous right now. 21-5 in favor of Aliquippa.
I don't think McGinnis has missed a shot, and he's been wide open for three-point range throughout this game. They got to put two over there. I know it'll leave somebody else open, but he's the red-hot shooter Aliquippa's looking for.
Here's a shot attempt, one-hander by Yarton down low for Monessen, 21-7, but here come the Quips. They do not stop. Fields on the near side baseline, moving inside of the paint. Pugh able to gain control. This is McGinnis, thought about coming back in, but it's going to move back out toward midcourt as he directs traffic. 2:37 left here first quarter. 21-7 lead for Aliquippa. He's going to drive down, kicks it back out. Here's Darian Fields for a three. Oh, my, 24-7 in favor of Aliquippa. They have come to shoot today.
Yeah, and here's the putting it on. Monessen might get to taste their own medicine.
Oh, and a rejection as Dwight Moore could not make it for Monessen. Here come the Quips back again, and the ball goes off of, looks like the ball must have gone off.
Is this? It looks like a Monessen possession, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure the referees are.
Yeah, it looks like the ball is going to go back to Aliquippa.
Yeah, they changed their mind.
Because
Yeah.
the ball went out of bounds. It looked like it went off the hand of a Greyhound player. So it will be Stephon McGinnis, who has 208 points total this season coming in, will inbound from the Monessen bench. Down low for Humphreys, off the glass and in. Beautiful by McGinnis to Humphreys. It's 26-7 in favor of the Quips. Under the 2-minute mark here, first quarter. Driving down low was Rush, and he gets called for a walk. Frustration mounting for the Monessen bench and also for some of the fans here at Montour.
Yeah, Monessen got to have longer possessions. They got to take care of the basketball, especially with how hot Aliquippa has been on the other side of the court on offense.
Here comes McGinnis. McGinnis keeps control. Gets off the hand. Down low, driving the lane is Sheldon Jeter, the junior. 28-7. They're pouring it on. Interception by Jeter. Now taken by Crute, who was in the game for the first time today. Crute for Fields. Working it around. Another three attempt by McGinnis. He just keeps making them. 31-7. The Quips are pouring it on in the first quarter.
And it's really McGinnis by himself.
Oh, my
pouring it
goodness,
on.
another takeaway. No one's going to catch McGinnis. He just lays it up and in. 33-7 in favor of Aliquippa. Monessen is running for their lives right now. And a foul was called on Aliquippa's Fields. That'll be his first and the team's fourth of this first quarter.
Monessen, you can see these players. They're coughing up a lung. They are exhausted. Basically, they've just been running sprints with Aliquippa as they're watching Aliquippa lay on the points, and McGinnis hit three after three.
Aliquippa will take a full timeout, 33-7.
I guess we
Here
lied.
in the first quarter.
We said it'd be a classic game regardless of section. We might not have told the truth here.
Well, Monessen's head coach said, look, we're not going to make it like we were talking about the Avila game where they dominated. And he said, look, I want us to be ready for this game against Aliquippa. And, hey, if we lose, it's nobody's fault but ours. We're just not ready. There was some complaint because we heard about these stories where teams just get dominated by more than just 20, 30, 40 points where it gets to the point of ridiculousness.
Well, there was a women's basketball team that, 100-point difference or something like that. I believe it was well worse than even 100 to 11, and they got suspended in the high school ranks somewhere in the country. That article was circulating, and it kind of caught viral because of it. That was controversy. Not going to have any of that here in the WPIL. And, yeah, it might make some feelings hurt, but you're just playing. You're trying to do your best, and you got to prepare yourself for teams and games like this. And now Monessen get a taste of their own medicine, and they have the right attitude. They're not going to complain.
As we mentioned, there are so many high scorers on both of these squads. Stefan McGinnis, 208 total points this year. His teammate, Jasir Jordan, 160 total. Charles Humphreys, 137. Monessen has some sharpshooters too, but they got to get going here. Inbounded to Rice for the Greyhounds. They trail 33-7. They need something here. Given off to Rice. Rice can't move it in. Double team by Humphreys and Crute.
They can't get an open shooter. I mean, this double team looks like they have 8 guys on the court.
Here's Rice moving in for the right side. Throws it up off the glass. He's fouled. He'll get a chance to shoot 2. And it will be on number 15, Robert Crute.
And before this game got completely absurd and out of hand, Monessen was able in that first few minutes of the first quarter to get to the free throw line and get to the paint, and they were drawing foul because they're smaller and they are playing physical. That you see here in this possession.
Justice Rice not able to make the first one. 26-point deficit for Monessen here with 51.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Rice this year has scored 198 points, usually averages 12.4 points a game. Can't make the second one. Defensive rebound by McGinnis. Bounce pass. Leaves it for Pugh. Can't put it in. Oh, boy, he had a good opportunity there. Taken away by Monessen, but a takeaway again. Pugh this time gets it to Fields, throws it up, and into the one. Darian Fields will have an opportunity to make this a 3-point play. And call for the foul is number 10, Jaden Altimore.
You know, coaches tell their team they want every offensive possession to be successful, meaning draw a foul, score a basket, 2 or 3, take long, do something positive. Every single possession for Aliquippa in this game has been successful.
Darian Fields makes it a 3-point play, 36-7 substitutions for both teams. As we're in the final 39 seconds of this first quarter, and it's already getting out of hand early.
Yeah, it's felt like it's been a blink of an eye, too, in this first quarter. This has been flying by.
Lenhart will inbound for Monessen. Bounce pass on the inbound to Laval Rush. Rush on the right side moves it back toward the middle of the court. Leaves it for Lenhart. Now for Rush. Rush trying to find an opening on the left side. Throws it up and makes it for 2. 36-9. Aliquippa still leads. Here's a long pass from McGinnis. Leaves it for Harmon. For Humphreys. Bounce pass. That's to Jeter. Cross pass to Humphreys. Now leaves it for McGinnis. McGinnis, the dangerous sharpshooter here in this first quarter. 6 seconds left. Tries to move it inside. Blind pass. And it goes off the hand of a Monessen player, so the Quips will maintain possession with 4.4 seconds left in the first quarter.
I don't think anybody in the gym, including Monessen, was ready for that no-look pass, getting a little too cute there, but retains possession.
McGinnis loses it, keeps it, throws it up. Oh, he made it! Oh, boy, things are just going right.
Does that count?
Oh, my goodness, yes. And it's a 3-pointer, 39-9. 30-point lead after 1 for the Aliquippa Quips. He just threw it up. He's like, hey, I know the clock's about to expire. 39-9. Oh, my goodness. This game is out of hand early. Aliquippa making a statement for being the number 1 team in AA in the state of Pennsylvania. 39-9 lead over Monessen.
I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. That was a hope, a prayer, and I'm good and I'm hot, and 3 more points before the end of the quarter. That's a jaw dropper. Monessen losing all the sail in them, and they're still playing with heart and energy. But my God, I don't think anybody expected this. Yeah, 2 different classifications, single A to double A. But what Monessen's done in their classification has been so wonderful. You thought it'd at least be closer, even if Aliquippa was the favorite. Aliquippa looks like they could beat anybody, even going to triple and quad A, the way they're playing. And really, this is still a good Monessen team. They're embarrassing here in this classic, in this tournament here today.
2 previous games before this one, Avonworth losing to Ambridge 63-55, and Seneca Valley defeating Plum 69-50. And boy, this one 39-9 after 1. Unbelievable. After this one, Lincoln Park, Chartiers Valley, followed by Seton LaSalle and Vincentian. And our final game of the night, Montour versus Gateway. We're about to begin the second quarter. Altimore will inbound for Monessen from the far side. Leaves it for Rush. Throws it up for 2, makes it.
Well, there you go, and an uncontested shot. Probably the first of the day for Monessen. Finally didn't see a double team.
39-11 in favor of Aliquippa. The Quips with the ball for the first time this quarter. Here's McGinnis looking. Has Crute down low. Throws it up. Defensive rebound taken by Monessen. Greyhounds getting off to a decent start here. Rush. Now for Rice. Rice outside. Three attempt is good. Noah Wulo, the senior guard. And just like that,
He didn't like it. Couple points against him. Didn't like it.
A 5-0 run in the first 31 seconds for the Monessen Greyhounds. Still a long way to go to chip away at that Quips lead, but you have to love that if you are head coach Joe Salvino. Your team has not given up.
No, and you don't want that because, yeah, this is, it's a different classification game. You can still win your own championship in single A. This is still about your own individual season and showing what you can do as a team based on these games. This is a test for you, and Aliquippa also a test for them. Right now they're passing with flying colors, but you also see from that timeout after the 5-0 run in 30 seconds, they want perfection. They want to win this game by 40, if not more, if they can. And they don't want to ever have a couple possessions like that where they collapse defensively and allow wide open shots. I would expect Aliquippa to again turn on the Jets after this timeout.
30-second timeout by Aliquippa is over. We'll have a substitution on the next stop. Darian Fields ready to come back in for Aliquippa. McGinnis works it back up mid-court for Aliquippa on the left side. Leaves it. That's Jeter moving it down low. Can't put it in. That is Rashard Harmon. Offensive rebound, though, by Robert Crute. Able to put it in 41-14. Monessen trying to create a tempo here on their end. And we have a travel call as number 12, Justice Rice, took one too many steps. Darian Fields in the game again, and Rashard Harmon will come out.
And you just see Aliquippa always bringing the heat. It seems like they always have a double team, and no one Monessen can get open, which causes the travel, trying to get some separation. Rashard Harmon traveling.
Stephon McGinnis again bringing it back. Forecourt for Aliquippa. Here's Humphrey, leaves it. Near side, three attempt by McGinnis. He is lethal, 44-14, 30-point lead again for Aliquippa.
The one game we don't have a stat guy for, we couldn't track his points. Sorry to the family of McGinnis.
We'll say he has 50. I don't know.
Well, yeah, he has at least 90% of his team's points. He's going to get 50.
And Altamore able to put it in below the post for Monessen, 44-16. Here's Jeter for Aliquippa, moving in from the right side in the paint. Throws it up off the glass. Offensive rebound by Humphreys. McGinnis for three again. Oh, my goodness. Guy can't miss right now. 47-16.
What is it? Yeah, its shooting percentage might be 100.
And a timeout called by Monessen. They'll take a 30-second timeout to talk things over. So, after a good start for the Monessen Greyhounds, the Aliquippa Quips come back strong after getting off to a slow start in that first minute.
I mean, yeah, you see it. Aliquippa is just great, and you're just seeing it here. Jeter's not even having to do that much, and McGinnis has been a sniper, to say the least, from three-point range, from long two-point range, through the layup, able to go one-on-one, ankle breaker. He has been the one individual that could win this game. Looks like he's going 1-on-5, could probably win based on what Monessen's seeing. We're not seeing the best of Monessen. They're better than this. We are maybe seeing the best of Aliquippa. They're this good. They're proving it. Monessen still looks so tired, and Aliquippa looks like they could run a mile around this gym and would not need to catch their breath.
Aliquippa leading in points per game in AA, and also giving up the fewest amount of points per game in the class in the WPIAL. Play resumes. Monessen with possession. Here's a three attempt by Rulo. It's good. 47-19 in favor of Aliquippa. 5:55 left here until halftime.
Monessen's fighting, and they're almost better off to take those long-range shots because they get through beyond the three-point range, and they face a double team immediately.
Bounce pass inside to Jeter, now to Humphreys, and travel will be called on Humphreys. Ball goes back to Monessen.
See McGinnis he's letting it go with the smack talk there. His gums are flapping, and he's deserving of it with how well he's playing.
Inbound by the Greyhounds to Rush. Rush leaves it for Rulo. Rulo to Altamore. Altamore to Rush. Altamore up top. They're working the perimeter. Trying to find someone down low inside. Rush with a fadeaway on the near side. Makes it. And it's 47-21 in favor of Aliquippa. 26-point deficit right now for the Greyhounds. Here's McGinnis. Bounce pass in low. And ball goes back to the Greyhounds. Last touch by the Quips. 5:14 left in the second quarter. Inbounded by Altamore. Working on the right side is Rulo. Greyhounds moving right to left here in this first half. A 3 attempt by Rush. Rushed it a little bit. No pun intended. Goes off the glass, and a foul was called as it came down.
Problem with taking those 3-point shots, even though they're more open, as amazing as that sounds from Monessen, they're going to have a problem getting the rebound.
Altamore called for the foul. That'll be the third called on the Greyhounds in the first half. McGinnis with possession for the Quips. Humphreys on the far side. Long 3, missed by McGinnis.
Oh, he missed. Say that again? Is that
rarity? Missed by McGinnis as Altamore picks up the defensive rebound with his team down 26. Taken away. Jeter. Now for McGinnis. Behind the back. Now over to Fields. Fields on the right side running in. Can't put it up. Offensive rebound by Pugh. Can't put it in. And takes a trip around the world. Comes out. Pugh trying to go for it. Finally, Monessen will grab it. It'll be Altamore. Now it's Rush. Rush on the far side. Moving through. Trying to move through Humphreys and Jeter. And he's fouled. And it will be a hold. And we'll get you the Aliquippa player. It'll be on number 5, Sheldon Jeter. The second personal for Jeter and the 6th for Aliquippa here in the first half. 4:20 remaining here in the second quarter as Jeter will come out in a substitution. Monessen will inbound on their offensive end. Up top, trying to move it in. Rush loses it. Humphreys, long pass. All alone is Pugh, and he rolls it in easily. 49-21. Pugh left all alone going up the court.
If not McGinnis, it's Pugh. If not Pugh, it's Jeter.
And that is Rush losing the ball. All alone, Pugh again. No one there for him. 51-21, 30-point lead again for the third time in this game for Aliquippa. Cross pass over now to Justice Rice of Monessen. Throws it near side 3 attempt. Good by number 2, Noah Rulo. And it's 51-24. His third 3-pointer this afternoon. This is Thomas Perry for Aliquippa. Cross pass to Fields. Bounce pass, trying to move it in low to Humphreys. And there will be a foul called on number 20, Dwight Moore for Monessen. Aliquippa will inbound from the baseline with 3:21 left. Coach Nick Lakovich shouting out some directions for his team. Inbounded, Chucky Humphreys turnaround, one-hander in, 53-24. Monessen comes back quickly. This is Lenhart. Lenhart throws it up, and it goes in after taking a bounce or two off the rim. 53-26 in favor of Aliquippa.
Monessen fighting in there, though. They have a lot of pride, and they're even able to go through the paint and take in that beating.
McGinnis leaves it for Fields. Fields trying to move it back up top on the left wing. Ball goes off the hand of a Greyhound, but they keep possession. McGinnis back outside to Fields on the cross pass. 53-26, Aliquippa leading Monessen here on the Champ Sports Network. Thanks for being with us for the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic. Looking to move it down low. Fields to Pugh. Turnover by Pugh. Taken away by Noah Rulo. As the Greyhounds settle things down, they move it back the other way. Justice Rice. Rice, long 3, and he's fouled. An opportunity to shoot 3, and it will be on Chucky Humphreys.
Yeah, that's a little chintzy of a foul, though. I mean, that was one-on-one. It was tight coverage, but it was just a hand in his face. There wasn't even much on the body. I wouldn't have called that foul. And the referees have evened this game up a little bit the last few minutes with some close call fouls in the favor of Monessen. They got to make these free throws, though.
Rice's first attempt misses. He'll have 2 more. His team trailing 53-26 with 2:25 until halftime.
It's also been more difficult for Aliquippa's offense the last few trips up the court with a double team now on McGinnis, who scored almost all their points in the first quarter.
Justice Rice makes the second attempt. Number 12, Rashad Harmon, back in the game for Aliquippa. As Rice will try to make this 2 of 3 from the stripe. Gets the second one, 53-28. Still in favor of the Quips. as McGinnis brings it back to the offensive end of Aliquippa. Fields down low, turnaround. Harmon can't put it in. Gets his own rebound, tries again. Does he get a third opportunity? No. It'll be taken away by Lenhart. Taken away, though, by Fields of Aliquippa, puts it in. Oh, boy. Someone called the police. There was just a robbery under the post.
They're just so physical. There was some violence under there. Aliquippa still got a basket.
Lenhart down below this time. Monessen answers, but they still trail by 25. Here's Fields now. Right side, down low, Harmon in the post. Tries to throw a windmill backhander. Doesn't go. And finally picked up by Monessen as they move it back. This is Dwight Moore. Goes up. He's fouled, and he'll have an opportunity from the line. And it will be on Darian Fields. That's his second personal, a 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Dwight Moore, the junior guard for the Monessen Greyhounds.
And these fouls not only give free throw opportunities for Monessen, but also kind of temper some of this momentum that Aliquippa's built.
First attempt is good. He'll get another shot. Still a 24-point deficit for his squad with 1:32 left until halftime.
Yeah, unless Aliquippa, somehow either ruins themselves or there's an answer defensively from Monessen, it's not going to matter.
Both shots are good. 90 seconds remaining, 55-32. Aliquippa still leading this one. Here's McGinnis driving inside on the left, and he puts it easily, 57-32.
McGinnis had a little bit of a scoring drought there. He finally got off the snide.
Not very long. Here's Rush for Monessen. Up top, trying to move it into the paint, taken away by McGinnis. McGinnis, odd man rush. Finally, some help from Humphreys from the left side. He comes up, puts in the easy layup. 59-32, 1 minute left here in the first half. The Quips leading the Greyhounds, 59-32.
Don't call Steven McGinnis a selfish player. What an assist that was. Get himself again on the stat sheet.
Rush from the near side baseline. Ooh, oh my. He went down pretty hard.
He's all right.
Looks like he's okay.
We've seen so many tumbles, either in games we didn't call or the last game in which we did call here in this tournament. And all these kids getting up, shaking it off, brushing their shoulders off.
Rashard Harmon called for his second personal. That'll be the 9th team foul on Aliquippa. And he'll shoot 2. Rush's first attempt is good. 49.4 seconds remaining here until halftime.
And I think Monessen wouldn't mind running to the locker room for halftime.
Lavelle Rush, the leading scorer on this team, 232 points coming into this game, averages about 14.5 each game. Makes the second attempt, 59-34, 25-point lead still for Aliquippa as the clock continues to roll at the 42nd mark. Here's McGinnis up top, covered by Rush. Cross pass to Fields. Fields.
They probably just want to take this half.
Trying to transition, leaves it for Thomas Perry.
And all the defense now beyond the three-point range from Monessen, realizing they may just try to run out the clock.
McGinnis gets it back from Perry. He'll take over the spot at the top. 12 seconds remaining. See if Aliquippa tries to put a shot up before halftime.
Another one of those moves by McGinnis.
Down low, Humphreys. Here's Fields rushing in from the left side. Jump ball, and the possession will stay with Aliquippa with 3.9 seconds left. Some Monessen players wanting a walk there, and it looked like he did take an extra step, but no call was made. And with 3.9 seconds left, they'll inbound from the near baseline. Aliquippa for Humphreys. Turnaround, shot off the rim, no good, and that is how we will end this first half as Fields tried to throw up one more before the clock expired. Well, it's been pretty much one-sided here since the beginning. The Aliquippa Quips, undefeated in both conference and overall play this season, have a 59-34 lead. And, Mike, we don't have official stats in front of us. We don't have a statistician today for this game.
So sorry to McGinnis.
I got to say, Stephon McGinnis has looked very impressive. You know, as I mentioned, he averages close to 19 points per game, 208 overall for this team. And, you know, we were going to see some fireworks from Aliquippa, and we were not disappointed.
We were not. And any Aliquippa fan is certainly not disappointed. And Monessen fought in there. But, yeah, it's been all Aliquippa in that first half. And Stephon McGinnis, I would say that 19 points is a safe bet to either continue that average, if not go and soar well over it. 3-point range, long 2-point range, going to the hoop. We even saw some highlight reel assists from him all over the court, and it's really been all Aliquippa all day so far in this one. But maybe Monessen will hang in there. You do never know. And let's just say this to close out the half. Monessen usually only averages to allow 51 points against them per game. Aliquippa already got 59 on the board, and we only have finished one half of basketball.
It's halftime here at Montour. It's Monessen trailing Aliquippa 59-34. When we come back, we will prepare you for the second half of this game, give you an idea of what's coming up later this afternoon, and we'll also recap the first two games played. This is Sean Gallagher alongside with Mike Osti. Talk to you in a couple of minutes here. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic exclusively on the Champ Sports Network.
I'm Scott Davis, the head of Panera Bread's culinary team, and I want to tell you about our new spinach power salad. The idea behind this salad is to give you sustainable energy to get you through the day. We started with baby spinach. Can't get better than that for a green. Roasted mushrooms, take some olive oil, you season them up, heat them over the fire real hot, caramelize them, add a hard-boiled egg to that, a little applewood smoked bacon, great smoky Vidalia onion vinaigrette that we created, and you top it off with some frizzled onions just for some fun. The new spinach power salad, only at Panera Bread. And don't forget Panera for all your catering needs.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to High School Football on Champ Sports Network. Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season. The Champ Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standing, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champ Sports Network. Champions play here.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
And this is how I live United. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Best deal in America.
That is music to my ear.
Golden Corral is a gift to my wallet. Only Golden Corral can give you the whole delicious restaurant for one incredibly low price.
I like the sound of that.
It's scrumptious appetizers, endless entrees like our premium 5-ounce sirloin filet, and desserts including our new non-stop irresistible triple fountain yum.
Can't beat the price.
Or the food.
Or the triple fountain yum.
It's all on our endless buffet for one low price, and it's only at Golden Corral. Best deal in America.
Period.
I have a lot to prove.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champ Sports Network, where champions are heard.
I'm I'm Scott Davis, the head of Panera Bread's culinary team, and I want to tell you about our new spinach power salad. The idea behind this salad is to give you sustainable energy to get you through the day. We started with baby spinach. Can't get better than that for a green. Roasted mushrooms, take some olive oil, you season them up, heat them over the fire real hot, caramelize them, add a hard-boiled egg to that, a little applewood smoked bacon, great smoky Vidalia onion vinaigrette that we created, and you top it off with some frizzled onions just for some fun. The new spinach power salad, only at Panera Bread. And don't forget Panera for all your catering needs.
Hi, I'm Charlie Batch from the Best of the Batch Foundation. Follow your favorite WPIL team anywhere you go this season. The Champs Sports Network mobile app from iPhone or Android, powered by Sport Engine. Just research Sport NGIN on your app store and get access to scores, standing, and stats. Even upload pictures and videos. Sports Engine app from Champs Sports Network. Champions play here.
I'm Janelle Wright, a Panera Bread customer. I am the mother of 4 children, and I'm a professional violinist. After eating the breakfast power sandwich, I know that I'm fueled for the day and I feel satisfied. To me, this is the only fresh, wholesome option out there because the competitors have something that's processed that they're warming up in the microwave. What I love about the breakfast power sandwich are the wonderful ingredients. It's the all-natural egg, the Vermont white cheddar, and smoked ham on freshly baked whole grain bread. Something under 350 calories, and that's awesome. Panera Bread, make today better.
And this is how I live united. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Best deal in America.
That is music to my ears.
Golden Corral is a gift to my wallet. Only Golden Corral can give you the whole delicious restaurant for one incredibly low price.
I like the sound of that.
It's scrumptious appetizers, endless entrees like our premium 5-ounce sirloin filet, and desserts including our new non-stop irresistible triple fountain yum.
Can't beat the price.
Or the food.
Or the triple fountain yum.
It's all on our endless buffet for one low price, and it's only at Golden Corral. Best deal in America.
Period.
I have a lot to prove.
Looking for promotional products? JR Advertising has been building relationships and creating quality solutions for customers for over 30 years. We're excited to devise solutions to your marketing, promotion, and recognition challenges. Whether you're looking for a specific item or just browsing for ideas, our site is your one-stop shopping source. Visit us online at jradspec.com for more information. That's jradspec.com. JR Advertising. We don't compete, we create.
This is Charlie Batch, and you're listening to Champs Sports Network, where champions are heard.
Dale Pazinski, and this is how I live united. I volunteer with United Way, helping the homeless in my community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save on their very own USB drive. It's huge when somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Montour High School, Game 3 of a 6-game set of the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic. It is Aliquippa leading Monessen 59-34 here on the Champs Sports Network. Sean Gallagher, Mike Osti alongside with you for this one. And the Quips, they come in as a team that can put a lot of points on you. It can also keep you from putting points on the board. And that is what we saw for a good part of the first half. Stefan McGinnis, who I'm told by Matt Fargo is a transfer from Ambridge, who's a part of the Aliquippa Quips now, has 28 points in the first half. 28 of the 59 points that were scored in the first half alone. So that's your leading scorer today as Monessen inbounds to begin this second half. This is Rice. Rice on the right wing leaves it at the free throw line. That is Yarden. Yarden leaves it, passes it off to Rullo, cannot make the three. It's blocked. Here comes Monessen, or excuse me, here comes Aliquippa back the other way. And an easy shot for Sheldon Jeter. 61-34 here in the first 30 seconds of this second half.
I mean, if you're a Monessen, you obviously can't worry about what happened in that first half. You just got to pretend it's 0-0 and play your game. And Aliquippa just keeps trying to lay it on. Stephon McGinnis was the story. Almost half the points himself in that first half for Aliquippa.
Altamore turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Pugh of Aliquippa. Quips come back the other way. It's Jeter on the left side. Leaves it up top for the man we profiled coming back in, Stephon McGinnis. McGinnis leaves it for Fields, moving inside from the near baseline, and he is fouled as he goes up for the shot. That will be on Altamore. The first foul by Monessen here in this second half. That is his fourth of this game. So no doubt they will make a substitution here. Dwight Moore comes in, and Altamore will sit down as Darian Fields will take to the line. He had 8 points in the first half. Makes the shot to make it a three-point play. Actually, he didn't make the basket, excuse me. So it is 64-34 for the fourth time tonight, or should I say this afternoon, a 30-point lead for Aliquippa. Here's Laval Rush. Works it around the perimeter. He's on the right wing, leaves it for his teammate Justice Rice. Rice trying to move it inside, covered well by Jeter, throws it up off the rim, gets his own rebound. Second attempt, can't get it. Who comes up with it the third time around? It will be Humphreys of Aliquippa. Bats it away. Fields able to try to keep it in. Good effort by Fields. But it goes out of bounds, and Monessen will get the ball after all of that commotion.
And again, more physicality underneath the hoop, and Aliquippa knows that that's going to keep turning time off the clock. It's going to usually get them the rebound, and if not, they just feel comfortable in themselves.
Waves it outside from the left wing. A three attempt, no good by Yarden. They get the offensive rebound. Rullo can't put it in for the Greyhounds, and finally Pugh comes up with it, but a foul will be called on number 20, Dwight Moore of Monessen.
Really what Monessen needs to have happen here to have any type of a punter's chance in the second half, they need to get their stamina up, and they need to try to tire out Aliquippa, if either from the physical battles or running up down the court or setting their own possessions. That first half was just all Aliquippa, and Monessen looked like they were going to collapse.
Second personal for Dwight Moore. The Quips come back quickly. It's Humphreys under the basket. It's 66-64, and Monessen with possession now. Rush on the left wing, being covered by McGinnis. Leaves it long. Three attempt by Justice. Can't go in. Batted away by the Quips. They come back on a fast break. Oh, and taken away from Jeter. The ball by Justice, and finally a foul is called as Monessen tried coming back up court. It will be on Fields. That'll be his third personal, and the Greyhounds will keep possession as they will inbound from the far side at midcourt. And inbounding will be Dwight Moore. 5:53 left here, third quarter. 66-34 lead for the for the Aliquippa Quips, their largest lead today. Bounce pass inside. Justice from Rush can't make it. Defensive rebound finally picked up by Jeter. Here comes McGinnis in the left wing. In the paint. Throws it a one-hander. Too short on the toss-up. And right now it's going to be a jump ball, a mess underneath the basket. And possession arrow belongs to the Aliquippa Quips. They will maintain possession.
Aliquippa is starting to get some smiles on their faces here. They're, I don't know, maybe frustration on foul calls, but also realizing how much of a difference the score is in their favor. Getting a little arrogant, but that can happen with a team that good.
Luke Beveridge comes in for Justice Rice, who looked to be shaken up on the previous play. He was on the opposite end of the court. To the left of us, it will be Jeter to inbound for Aliquippa. Gets it to number 15, Crude. Crude tries to go up and loses it, and there will be a foul on Monessen. It will be on Dwight Moore again. Excuse me, that is only Dwight Moore's third foul, to correct myself from earlier. This will be Crute, misses the first attempt. His team already up by 32. 2.5 minutes into this third quarter. Second attempt by Crute is good, 67-34 in favor of Aliquippa. Inbounding is Dwight Moore. Gets it back from his teammate, Lavelle Rush. Moore still with it inside and rolling it in, number 14, Luke Beveridge. 67-36. And I believe that is Beveridge's first 2 points of this game. Here's McGinnis looking for I think it was Humphreys. Goes off a hand into the first row here at Montour Athletic Complex.
What a facility this is, really, especially for a high school.
This is very nice.
I mean, you go to the Hall of Fame hologram.
Not to cut you off, but a takeaway on the inbound by Aliquippa. Great work by Pugh, and it will be Jeter for the Quips with an offensive possession. Down low. And Charles Humphreys able to gather it in and put it in below. It's 69-36. Here's a windmill opportunity as he drove down the lane from Lavelle Rush. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the line. And it will be on number 23, Kazon Pugh.
And really with the physicality is, they didn't even need to foul him there. Well enough away from the basket, did not even need that foul, but does summon Monessen to the free throw line regardless, as Aliquippa continues to win most of the battles underneath the hoop. And yeah, what just tremendous facility this is here in Montour. Everything's electronic. Everything, you got the fans. Everyone can best seat in the house all the way around here, circling around the gym. The Hall of Fame hologram outside there. And
Lavelle Rush with the first free throw attempt. He makes it, the team's leading scorer. Second attempt is good. His team trails 69-38, 4:47 left here in the third quarter. Coming back in is Justice Rice, and Luke Beveridge will take a seat for the Greyhounds as Humphreys will inbound for Monessen. Double team put on. Jeter by Monessen. Fast break down low. Harmon almost able to finish off a perfect play. Goes off the hand of Aliquippa, and it's going to go back to Monessen.
Harmon probably didn't need to make that a behind the back, though. Tried to run too fast, get away from the basketball. Could have just done a simple layup. Behind the back, tried to get pretty, and ends up without the points.
Back offensively is Monessen. This is Justice Rice. Rice looking for a bounce pass inside. Goes off the leg, I believe, of Humphreys. So they'll reset, and it will be Dwight Moore for the Greyhounds to inbound from the far baseline. Inbounded, it's Yarden. Yarden moving it inside, kicks it back out. Now for Rush on the near side. Rush on the right wing with Humphreys covering him. Humphreys has a few inches on him. This will be Rush trying to move in from the right side in the paint. Keeps possession, throws it up, and he'll be called for a walk. And ball will go back to Aliquippa. You got to give Lavelle Rush a little credit there. He tried his best. Knew he might have had a shot to take it. Here's Stephon McGinnis. Cross pass. Humphreys almost a takeaway by Monessen. Here's Jeter from the free throw line. Throws it up. No foul. Offensive rebound picked up by number 12, the big man, Rashard Harmon. It's 71-38. Here's Monessen now, and that is Lavelle Rush. He'll be fouled. He'll be on number 22, number 2, Stephon McGinnis. It'll be the third team foul of this second half, and another substitution upcoming for Monessen as Lenhart will come in for Yarden.
And after 28 first half points, McGinnis has not really made an impact yet in this second half, not that he's been needed much.
Another substitution. Beveridge will come back in, and he will pull number 2, Noah Rullo, out for this. Possession still with the Greyhounds. Inbound from the far side. On the right wing now is Rush. Moves it back up top. That's Dwight Moore. Here's Rice. Rice thought about it. Moves it to the far side. Moving inside is Dwight Moore. Can't make the shot for 2. Defensive rebound by Pugh. Now to McGinnis, and he comes down the left side of the paint. Puts it in 73-38. Aliquippa expanding their lead with 3:18 left here in the third quarter. Cross pass from Rush to Rice. Rice on the right wing will take a 2, and he's fouled as he took the shot. And it will be on number 13, Humphreys. It'll be his second personal of the game today. And that'll be the 4th team foul on the Quips. Justice Rice this season averaging 12.4 points per game. Has a total of 198 points in the season. Coming into this one, he misses his first free throw attempt. Humphreys will come out, and Crute will come back in on a substitution. Rice's second attempt is good. 73-39 in favor of Aliquippa. They come back quick. McGinnis on the right side, looking down low in the paint. That is Harmon, can't get it in. Picks up his own rebound. Goes up again, and this time he's fouled. And he'll head to the line.
Not really sure where the foul was there either. But it's been kind of even on both sides. These have been really close fouls. Any pushing, any shoving at all, anything with the elbow underneath the basket has been called.
Justice Rice called for the foul. 4 total for the team here in the second half. Harmon's first attempt is good, 74-39. That lead now expanded out to 35. With just under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Harmon's second attempt is good. 75-39, 36-point lead for the Aliquippa Quips. Lavelle Rush working on the right side, forecourt. Leaves it for Rice. Rice, jumper, long 2. Hits the bottom of the board, no good. Defensive rebound rolls into the hands of Jeter. Jeter for Aliquippa, coming back the other way. On the left wing, down low in the lane, throws up and no good. Rice picks up the defensive rebound for the Greyhounds. Coming to the left side, trying to take it himself. What's he going to do? Turn around, throws it up, no good. Gets his own rebound, trying to bring it back outside. In the post, finds Dwight Moore for 2, 75-41. As we get near the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Aliquippa moving fast. Pugh down low, turnaround, one-hander and in, 77-41. Another substitution upcoming at the next whistle for Monessen. This is Rush, tries to throw it up, unable to. They retain possession with Beveridge picking up the rebound. On the far side, that is Rice. Beveridge, they work around the perimeter. Dwight Moore for 3, off the rim, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Pugh.
Does he keep the basketball in the possession? There also was nowhere to throw it up to by Monessen, who relinquished that possession and caused that scrum.
And yes, Monessen will keep possession. And it will be Noah Rulo who will inbound it from the far baseline. Pugh will come and sit for Aliquippa. As number 11, Bobby Cashaw, comes in. Bounce pass inside. Lenhart almost taken away from Rush. Rush with a long 2 attempt. No good. Who comes up with it? Offensive rebound. And what will this be called? And there will be a foul on number 11, Bobby Cashaw, the sophomore forward. So again, Monessen will inbound this time from the near baseline from our direction.
You know, I know the referees want to get a lid on this game, but, I mean, it's a 30-point difference. Every single breath underneath the basket has been called a foul here.
Rice at the top of the paint, moves it back outside, left wing for Rush. Now for Lenhart, working around the perimeter. Back up top, Rice on about the 3, moving inside. Humphreys on him, throws it up off the glass, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, that was Rush picking it up, throwing it up, and he will be fouled. And it will be on number 13, Charles Humphreys. That'll be his third personal, the 6th on Aliquippa here in the third quarter. Aliquippa leading 77-41.
Justice Rice also kind of flirting with what could have been an offensive foul on the drive to the basket that led to these free throw attempts there.
Laval Rush makes his first attempt. Pugh back in the game for the Aliquippa Quips. 35-point deficit for the Greyhounds. Second attempt by Rush is good. 77-43. Stephon McGinnis looking to move it down low quickly. Pass can't connect with Pugh. Pugh can't bring it in. Taken away by Monessen. This is Rulo. Long three from the far side. No good by Rush, who comes up with a rebound, and it will stay with the Monessen Greyhounds as it goes off a quick blast. 1:02 remaining here in the third quarter. Richard Harmon will come back in, and Robert Crute will come out for the Aliquippa Quips. Inbounded to Rush. Rush turnaround, throws it up, and he makes the basket and the one. He'll go to the line to make this a three-point play. And this one will be on number 20, and this one will be on Stephon McGinnis for Aliquippa. 77-45. And Rush will not be able to make it a three-point play. Ball taken by Jeter. Cross pass to McGinnis. McGinnis bounce pass down low in the post. Pugh can't put it in. And who touched it last? It was last touched by the Aliquippa Quips.
A little bit sloppy of a third quarter here for Aliquippa. A lot of fouling. They've turned it over a few times on their own accord. Monessen's really, in terms of this third quarter, Monessen's probably won this quarter. It doesn't mean much when they lose so much in the first half.
Thomas Perry in. McGinnis will take a seat as Justice Rice for Monessen came in, driving to the basket. He'll be fouled. Another foul on the Quips.
And again, Monessen to the free throw line. And again, Justice Rice kind of starting this.
Bobby Cashaw will be called for the foul, his second personal, 8th, as that puts Monessen into the bonus. Makes the first attempt. 77-46. Second attempt by Rice is good. 77-47. 30-point lead for Aliquippa as the final seconds of this third quarter start to tick down at 37-36 seconds. Here is Jeter. Jeter being covered by Rice up top. As Rollo comes up for Monessen to help him out. It'll be moved out. That'll be Thomas Perry with possession. Perry up top on the right side, and ball last touched by Laval Rush. And possession will stay with Aliquippa with 14.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Cashaw will inbound. Jeter and Aliquippa will reset. Final 10 seconds here in the third quarter. Moving in for the right side. Bounce pass down low. That is Pugh. Can't put it in. Picks up his own offensive rebound and puts it in.
So much hustle about Pugh throughout this game underneath the basket, man. Always trying to get those boards. He's just been a rebounding phenom for Aliquippa in this one.
79-47 is our score after 3. And Aliquippa, they dominated from the beginning. They've been able to hold on to that 30-plus point lead. And Mike, you said it, Monessen playing a better spirited third quarter, but, unfortunately too little too late.
Well, I mean, yeah, once you get down by 30 points at any point in the game, you're pretty much in trouble. You're pretty much screwed. I mean, Monessen's played well in this third quarter. Monessen take advantage of the opportunities that Aliquippa's given them. Also, Aliquippa's not played as well in the first half as they played it, or not played as well in the third quarter as they did in the first half, but I don't know how you possibly could. Aliquippa just had McGinnis just shooting the lights out of the place. He was kind of eliminated from production here in the third quarter. Aliquippa still, though, has a comfortable lead. They're still going to win this game. They're still proving how really, really good they are. And Monessen now is the fourth quarter to have their test and again pretend to triple zeros and again be able to gauge themselves because this is different classifications. They're in single A, Aliquippa in double A. They want to win their own championship, and this will only make them better playing a team like Aliquippa.
Remember, stick around and keep listening on the Champ Sports Network. Lincoln Park, Chartiers Valley coming up after this. Another great matchup. Monessen will inbound to begin this fourth quarter, trailing by 32. This will be Rice, leaves it for Rush. Rush up top, then the key, moves it back outside. Far side, three is good. And that is number 2, Noah Rullo, and it's 79-50. Quips moving quick. Humphreys back up top. This is McGinnis. McGinnis stops before he comes inside, moves it back up top. Rush covering him. Cross pass from Jeter to Fields, and right now the Quips just moving around the perimeter. This is McGinnis driving in from the left side, tries to put up his own rebound, can't get it. Defensive, let's see what happens here, and it will be a jump ball, possession arrow. It stays with the Quips. Almost a defensive turnover.
And again, another scrum underneath the basket. That's where all the fouls have been called, and that's where all the turnovers have really been.
Altamore tried to come up with it, but instead a jump ball. Aliquippa maintains possession of it. Inbound by Fields to Humphreys down low, and once again, Pugh, a dangerous threat below. With another 2, it's 81-50.
He's just so dominant there, just extends every possession.
From the free throw line, Laval Rush with the shot, and in 81-52. Ball goes out of bounds on the inbound, but it will stay with Monessen. It touched Fields last. Or, excuse me, never mind.
Yeah,
yes, it will.
Aliquippa basketball.
Yeah, pardon me. Almost a takeaway again. Oh. As it was Stephon McGinnis and Justice Rice on the inbound ball came out. And
did you see that too? It looked like he took the basketball and threw it at Rice. I didn't see much anger.
We won't jump to judgment or conclusions. Inbound by Monessen. Shot away by Justice Fields. And he is fouled. And we'll get you the number of the Aliquippa player. It'll be number 13, Charles Humphreys.
And why is it important for McGinnis to still temper himself, even though this game has already really been decided? In high school basketball, there can be suspensions. If you get ejected in this game, no matter what the score is, you're going to be suspended for a game later. Head coach, players, it'll all be included. So he needs to really control himself. We've seen him get in trouble.
Fourth personal for Humphreys tonight. I guess it's getting close to tonight. We can say this afternoon.
It's the evening. 4:15, it is the evening. We've been with you since brunch. We go to the evening, dinner time, and then we'll close you with the night.
Arbin comes in for Humphreys. Second attempt by Rush. Does not go. Offensive rebound, though, by Rush. And he gets it, and the one.
I think Aliquippa might want a timeout.
And it's 81-54. And Harbin will be called for the foul for Aliquippa's third personal. And we have a timeout by the Quips. And it will be a full 60-second timeout with 6:48 left here in the game, with Aliquippa leading 81-54. Sean Gallagher, Mike Oste with you here on the Champ Sports Network. Earlier this afternoon, Ambridge defeated Avonworth 63-55. And then after that, we had Seneca Valley taking on Plum, a 69-50 win for the Raiders over the Mustangs. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Lincoln Park taking on Chartiers Valley after this one, followed by St. LaSalle and Vincentian, and then the game with the host school Montour taking on Gateway. And this is such a great event, so much basketball happening in one day, and one of the more non-busy Sundays of the fall going into the winter. We have the Pro Bowl, and we have the NHL All-Star
game. We do.
But
and honestly, if you put this on, I think this might pump some more ratings in some of those events based on at least how much this counts. This is something that does count. They don't. And really, every season, the professional sports calendar meets for this. Right in the middle after the championship game weekend, right before the Super Bowl, you get this after the postseason football is wrapped up. And yeah, these right before the postseason, these are all competitive teams. These are all good teams. You know you're going to get good games, even though there's a little bit of a runaway. These are teams that mean something, and it's been a classic as it's named.
Laval Rush makes it a three-point play following the full timeout. 81-55, Aliquippa still leads. Here's a quick pass right side. This is Fields. Fields looking, finds Pugh. Bounce pass down low. Harmon can't control it. Goes off the glass. Defensive rebound picked up by Noah Yarton of Monessen. Here's Fields back the other way. Moves it back outside of the perimeter to Yarton. Driving down the lane is Rush. 81-57. Nice play by Laval Rush, the team's leading scorer. Aliquippa.
Incredible one-on-one play right underneath the hoop, though.
Aliquippa with possession again. This is Fields. Working up top. Going to drive it. No, he's going to retreat back up top, trying to find an opening. Right now, a zone being put on. This is McGinnis up top. 5:54 remaining in the game. And
we have a whistle here. I'm not sure what during the dribble for McGinnis. There's a whistle. Do you have any idea?
A 5-second violation?
Maybe. I mean, there was obviously no foul. There was no contact whatsoever. The defender was within feet of him.
And Monessen will take a full timeout here. 5:53 remains. 81-57. Aliquippa, the undefeated Aliquippa Quips, leading the Monessen Greyhounds 81-57. As we mentioned, Mike, a little bit earlier in the Seneca Valley Plum broadcast, we're getting toward the end of the regular season, and teams are fighting for those playoff spots. And how it works, folks, if you don't know, in the WPIAL, each section, the top 4 teams qualify, and then a committee will meet on February 10th for the pairings meeting. This also happens with football. It'll be on Tuesday, February 10th, 7 p.m., They'll meet at the Doubletree Hilton out in Greentree, and that's where they'll determine where everybody plays. So if you are Monessen, you currently hold the top spot in your section. They're still in great shape. Section 3, they have California right behind them. And for Aliquippa, they've run away with their section.
Yeah.
So both of these teams are placing themselves very nicely once the playoffs roll around in mid-February.
Well, this is a game where, unlike some of the others, both of these teams are going to be in the postseason. They're both probably going to be the number 1 seeds. They both can feel confident in that, although Monessen does have California with only 1 loss right behind them. So if they happen to really get a hiccup, then that might change. But they've been the best of single A by far.
And, of course, yes, Monessen out of single A, Aliquippa out of double A. Play resumes. Monessen with possession. Bounce pass by Rice. Outside. Long 3 by Noah Rullo from the near side, 81-60.
An open shot. You have to take that one and right through the nylon.
21-point lead right now for Monessen. Ball goes out of bounds, and
now it's on McGinnis. There's another turnover. No, he keeps it. Okay, never
possession
mind.
will stay with the Quips. Goes off of a Monessen player last. It'll be McGinnis to inbound.
I got confused with McGinnis saying it was my fault.
Back to McGinnis. Inside, moves it back out. Up top, back to Fields. Fields being covered by Laval Rush. Fields leaves it for McGinnis. Nearing the 5-minute mark here in the 4th and final quarter. Moving in for the left side. Down for the baseline. Near side was Humphreys. He couldn't control it. Defensive rebound taken by the Greyhounds. Here they come back. Rush driving down the lane all alone. They'll let him go. Easily puts it in, 81-62. 19-point deficit for Monessen. Down low, Pugh can't control it, and now some tension with Nick Lakovich, the head coach of the Quips. He doesn't like the way his team has played here in the past couple of minutes.
I'd say this second half, he's probably going to be frustrated and upset if he turns on the film. This team's turned it over a lot. They've been a little bit chaotic after they kind of knew this game was won.
Pugh, who was fouled, will shoot. Pugh makes the first attempt. Second attempt upcoming. 82-62, 4:52 remaining here in this game. It's Aliquippa leading Monessen here in Game 3 of a 6-game set on the Champ Sports Network. Second attempt is good. 21-point lead for the Quips. It's Justice Rice. Rice getting the pick set up. Ball batted away by Jeter, taken by Aliquippa. That is Pugh. Looking, that's Tucker for Fields, and it's in. Or excuse me, Thomas Perry to Darian Fields, 85-62.
A kind of semi-alley-oop there, but another nice pass and setup. Quarterback to receiver there for 2 points for Aliquippa.
That's Yarden, kicks it outside, far end. Now a long 3 by Rush. He can't put it in. Rebound comes down, and it will be taken by Sheldon Jeter of Aliquippa. Monessen currently in the double bonus, but still trailing by 23.
They've cut into this, though. Monessen's been the better team in this second half.
Fields with possession up top. Works it on the far end to McGinnis. McGinnis works it around the perimeter to Sheldon Jeter. At the free throw line was Pugh. Kicks it back outside by McGinnis. And here comes the pressure. He's able to avoid it. Ball rolls away. Picked up by Humphreys. And back to Jeter. Over to Fields. Almost a takeaway for Monessen, but with no shot clock, Aliquippa able to take their time. Ball finally goes out of bounds on a throw. And there's a foul called on Monessen.
And this crowd, and this is a bipartisan crowd here for all teams of all 6 of these games, is booing on that one. I don't see a foul. I really don't see a foul on either team. There, a long possession, time off the clock from Aliquippa. No real wide open shot. They had McGinnis double covered, and too bad Monessen didn't switch into that double team defense and eliminate McGinnis earlier back in the first half.
Justice Rice called for the foul. That's the 6th overall for Monessen. A full timeout for Monessen here. 60 seconds, 3:28 remaining here in this game between AA Aliquippa and single A Monessen here on the Champ Sports Network. Sean Gallagher and Mike Ostia alongside with you. And look who just showed up, Wes Euler.
He is here. He's in the building.
Wes will be with
that's
you for the next
that's
game.
where the listeners need to stick around. We have games kind of decided here, but they can stick around and listen to Wes
I
Euler.
believe Matt Fargo and Wes Euler will have you for the rest of the way. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, Lincoln Park and Chartiers Valley coming up next, followed by Seton LaSalle and Vincentian. And the finale being host Montour taking on Gateway. And, Lincoln Park, we were discussing it off air, Lincoln Park, they're the dominant team in single A. But you look at Aliquippa, if Lincoln Park were to one day bump up to double A, they have a new contender waiting for them in the Aliquippa Quips.
Yeah, I mean, Lincoln Park's a team that was able to be in WPIL finals and WPIL championships and maybe state championships in single A for so many years, but now having to deal with teams in double A and having to deal with more competition, it's going to get tougher.
Fields inbounds. Once play resumes following the full timeout, McGinnis down low for Pugh, all alone. Easily puts it off the glass and in, 87-62 in favor of the Quips. Monessen comes back quickly. That's Rice moving it down low. Coming up with it is Rush. Can't get his own rebound. Defensively picked up by Pugh of Aliquippa. It'll be Fields leaving it for Jeter. Moves it past midcourt. Double team, and the ball is kicked by the ball Rush.
Definitely off his foot.
Possession will stay with Aliquippa. 2:57 remaining in this one from Montour High School. This is the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic here on the Champs Sports Network, exclusively on Champs at wearechamps.net. Inbounded by Aliquippa as they'll reset. This is Sheldon Jeter. To McGinnis all alone, left side. I don't know what he's trying to do there, trying to underhand it to Humphreys, but it's taken away. Here's Rulo, long three, and he doesn't get it. It bounces up and into the first row here at the Montour Athletic Complex. So the ball will go back to the Aliquippa Quips.
Too quick on the shot. Had a wide open shot. Could have stopped, drop, and taken a gander before throwing it into the upper deck.
Jeter inbounds, and trying to grab it was Rush. Taking it away from McGinnis, goes off of him. And again, the Quips will inbound. Jeter inbounds, it goes off the hand of a Greyhound, but they're able to keep possession. Now they come back the other way. 2.5 minutes left. Bounce pass over to McGinnis. One-hander for Jeter, but back up top as McGinnis will make a cross pass to Fields. Fields with an opening, decides not to take it. Humphreys with possession now. Has an opportunity coming in for the left. Throws it up easily. A one-handed layup by Darian Fields. And it's 89-62 with about 2 minutes left here in the game. Opportunity again for Rice. Can't put it in. Gets his own rebound. Goes up and he's fouled underneath the basket. And that will be on Charles Humphreys. That is the 5th personal foul for Charles Humphreys. He fouls out of the game.
And still looking back at the referee with his eyebrow raised.
Humphreys comes out. Crute will come in to finish up the final 2 minutes, 3 seconds of this one. Already pretty much decided, 89-62. And the attempt is no good, maybe some confusion. Thought it was a 1-and-1, but no, it it's 2 shots for Justice Rice. He missed the first one of an opportunity for a second one. His second attempt goes 89-63. And coming back quickly for the Quips, and it's Jeter being fouled as he went to the basket. That will be on number 20, number 2, Noah Rulo. That's the 17th foul on Monessen this afternoon, and it'll be Sheldon Jeter at the line, and he'll shoot 2.
Sheldon Jeter is such a name that Aliquippa fans are going to remember forever from what he's done at multiple sports at this school, and that name is going to be remembered for a while, I'm sure.
Beveridge will come back in for Monessen after Jeter takes this first attempt. It's up and in, 90-63. Beveridge will sub in. Coming out will be number 2, Noah Rulo. .202 left here in the game. Jeter's second attempt misses. Offensive rebound by Crute, though. Back outside for Fields on the far end. Down low, McGinnis able to put it in off the rim. 92-63 in favor of Aliquippa. As it's Rush bringing it back. This will be Altamore. Altamore to Rush at the free throw line, driving down the lane, and that one is batted away by Fields. And that will put Laval Rush back at the line. 1:39 remains.
Nice to see everyone taking it in jest, though. Aliquippa letting some sarcastic smiles, but also some jovial smiles, and the referee smiling right back with them. It's a game that could have got out of hand, that is not. It has on the scoreboard, but it is not on the court.
Monessen in the double bonus. First attempt by Rush is no good. 29-point lead for the Aliquippa Quips as they will remain undefeated. After winning this one, they'll improve to 17-0 overall.
And to think against this defense, 92 points already. It's a team that doesn't even usually average about 80.
Rush's second attempt is good, 92-64. Aliquippa back quickly. Here's Fields down low, and Pugh throws it up as he's fouled. Opportunity there almost to make it a three-point play.
And an unnecessary foul, though, because you would have thought that was going to be a basket. Rolls around the rim. We've seen a couple of those around the world. It's unlucky for the offense, and Aliquippa just using the big bodies. Pugh did it all day. Extend every possession and then made sure for the putback.
Dwight Moore called for the foul for Monessen, and Pugh's first attempt misses. A 28-point lead for the Quips. Pugh this year averaging 13.2 points per game. Second attempt misses. Defensively picked up by Dwight Moore and now taken by Laval Rush. Laval Rush brings it back. 1:25 left here in the game. Cross pass by Rice to Altamore. And that is Justice Rice with the shot. 92-66.
This is Rice been all over the court in this half.
And just as quickly as Monessen scores, you have two players down low for the Aliquippa Quips.
You wouldn't think a bigger team would be as fast as they are, but they really kept up with Monessen, who usually runs everybody out of the gym.
Justice Rice fouls Robert Crute, and he will shoot two. 92-66 is our score. 1:05 left. First attempt by Crute misses. Aliquippa in the bonus. His second attempt misses, and ball goes out of bounds, and at last touched a member of the Aliquippa team. So Monessen will take possession, and they will inbound from the far baseline. As we reach the final minute mark of this one, here at Montour High School, cross pass, that's Altamore. Altamore back up top to Justice Rice, working around the perimeter. This is Dwight Moore, one hands it back up top as they just move it around the perimeter, trying to move it inside. Laval Rush tries to get it, but taken away by Robert Crute. and Darien Fields will settle down right next to our score table. And they look down low. Nobody there. Just Pugh and Crute can't put it in. Pugh can't get the rebound. And defensively, it's picked up by Monessen. Final 30 seconds. And the ball goes out of bounds after a pass by Beveridge. And the ball will stay, though, with Monessen with the final 21.4 seconds remaining. Inbounded back up top. Now in the paint, turnaround by Rush. She puts it in. And it's 92-68. Here comes Aliquippa. They never stop. It's going to be Sheldon Jeter goes up and gets it and the one. Oh, my.
They're not done. They're not done. They want to
goodness.
put more dirt on the burial.
94-68. And Beveridge will be called for the foul. 8.6 seconds remaining. And Jeter will try to make this a three-point play.
And there's even more reason not only for the listeners to tune in for the rest of these games of this tournament, but also for these athletes to be aware, as we got some coaches and Robert Moore's representatives. Andy O'Toole from RMU Men is here, and Chris Shevlin, the play-by-play voice of Robert Moore men's basketball.
Sheldon makes the free throw attempt,
Does that
and
count?
it ends. And the final of this one will be Aliquippa 95, Monessen 71, this AA single-A matchup here at the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic at Montour High School, and you heard it on the Champ Sports Network. So Aliquippa will remain undefeated, 16-0. The Monessen Greyhounds will fall to 11-6 on the regular season. And, of course, we got a lot more basketball coming up, but just some final thoughts from you, Mike, on this game.
I mean, this was one of the better games Aliquippa's played in a while, even as good as they've been. That first half, which is insurmountable. There was no way you're going to come back on what they did there. McGinnis, 28 points by himself just in that first half. A little bit closer of a second half. Monessen showed they can hang with them for a while. I think there's a lot for Monessen to use in this game on the film to say, hey, we improved. We're in single A, but we're going to be the single A champion, and we feel comfortable in that. Whereas Aliquippa is a giant, and they're a giant for a reason. They're running away with things in double A, and they are only getting better and better and that much more impressive. And they are a physical team. They can beat you up in the paint. They can also shoot outside, and foul trouble and turnovers do not stop them. I don't know how you beat them. They're still undefeated. Monessen still an elite team, but now has a loss, and we have a lot more basketball to go. The rest of this one, more entertainment with the likes of Lincoln Park on the court now.
95-71. Aliquippa defeats Monessen. Game 4 coming up next. It'll be Matt Fargo and Wes Euler with you. Lincoln Park, Chartiers Valley, followed by Seton LaSalle, Vincentian, and then Montour will face Gateway. For Mike Osti, I'm Sean Gallagher. Thanks so much for joining us here, and keep with us here. We got a lot more going on. We're going to pass over the headsets to Matt Fargo and Wes Euler the rest of the way. 95-71 your final with Aliquippa and Monessen. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Basketball Classic on the Champ Sports Network.